Dude, I haven't seen you in a long time. So what have you been up to so far?
Dude, just finishing up college. I'll graduate in December. Working, I work as a psych-tech. I work as
Psytech, that
psychiatric technician.
psychiatric technician. So
Yeah.
as a psychiatric technician, so I want to hear what your duties are on a day-to-day basis. What do you do from the time you get to the office to the time you go home?
Right. So my job is very it's in the social work field. The agency I work for is very flexible with my schedule.
Right.
So I go based upon clients. So I have a caseload of 10 clients, and I work with juveniles, so the youth. So I visit them between 2 hours or 4 hours a day, depends on how long our session has to be. And I just simply ask them simple questions of how your day been, check on their mental health status. So my clients, I do work within the mental health. Clients are very have mental illnesses. They don't quite comprehend, or yes or no. They sometimes can't focus. Sometimes they have no communication skills.
Right.
So all I do is I teach them those basic skills, sit up properly, look at somebody in the face, when you're talking, how to not curse at teachers, because I have a lot of bad kids, and so it's I just teach them how to control a lot of their mixed emotions at times.
So let me ask you this: what's the most common type of issue you encounter with these kids?
Common type of
what common type of issues? They tend to have more social issues, more.
Well, it's just really depends on what they're diagnosed with. Some can have ADHD, some just autism, so it just really depends on the case.
Right.
But what I've seen is a lot of them do have anger management. All my kids can't comprehend a no. When you work in the social work field, when you're working with the youth, the most thing we come across, some issues every social worker has to deal with when working with the youth, is just having the kid understand a no. No, you can't do this, or why are you doing this? No, So it's just the simple setting barriers for a kid who's troubled. That's the most common trouble. We social workers, and my job in particular, has to do with.
Do you ever face the issue that being able to hold back some anger that you tend to experience with these kids? Because I understand that it takes some sort of self-discipline for you to be able to mentor these kids to some extent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever find yourself having those issues?
I'm having those issues. It really just depends on the person. I think I have a good heart. I'm very chill, laid back. When I get mad, I tend not to get mad. I tend to just laugh it off and pretend it's not happening. And so that, I think, is the formula to me not getting mad. So people could throw words at me to try pushing me around, and I'll just be yo, whoa, chill. I find solutions I make the best off of every bad solution. But everybody's different. We have caseworkers where after one or two no, or one or two no's that the kid is not listening to, they really could just be look, all right, I have it with you, I'm out, deuces, we'll come back next week. But you see, it's just really about what type of person you are.
Have you ever had to do that before, where you have to cut a session short because of lack of discipline with a kid?
Have I ever done? Well, to be honest, there was this one incident where the kid is bipolar. Bipolar, mood swings nonstop. And before this, before working in the mental health field, I only read textbooks.
Just textbooks?
Just textbooks.
About what?
It's mental health, the symptoms you have, you could encounter within mental health, And you know, I was just like, yeah, it's nice to know, right? But when you see it actually work out and right in front of your face, you're like, whoa, like there's a different ball game, right? So yeah, like there's this one incident, and it probably happened to me like 2 months ago. You know, one of my 9-year-old kids, I was taking him to a college tour at my campus, and he started off good. We ended up going to a student activities center, and we were playing some games. And so he doesn't know how to lose. He does not know how to lose. So, and so, what do? I don't just make him win on purpose, because that's not going to help him, right? I have to see where the trigger's at. So when he loses, I have to be like, okay, don't get mad. All right? Look, learn. You know? Well, this kid didn't learn that day. He wasn't having it. We were playing some NBA, some 2K. After one round of losing, and we were actually playing in the same team. Imagine, we were playing in the same team, and we lost a match to the gaming system, and he flipped out. He started throwing the controllers out like in the gaming room, and I was like, "Yo, man, chill, you know." Managed to convince him, like, you know, if you behave, if you say sorry and you behave well, we'll get some chips and we'll go home right now. Well, you know, and we negotiated that, but he didn't want to do that. It took me quite like 10 minutes to like calm him down. I'm not the type of person that put a hands, you know, on nobody. Like, it's a simple yes or no, and if it's not a yes or no, it's a negotiation. But yeah, there was an incident. We went to the car, and this kid actually like tried opening the door when we were in the car, when it was in motion. And like, I just thank God we were just like maybe back parking, like 1 second, you know, 1 second back parking. But imagine if we were to have gone like 50 miles an hour and just one simple like opening the door.
Oh man.
Like it's my.
You could have gone to jail.
I could have gone to jail. Yeah. He was all the way in the back, you know, and like imagine if it wasn't for me looking for my blind spot.
Is that a wasp?
What the fuck, bro?
Oh, that was it, right?
Fucking bee, bro. I don't know what the fuck is that.
Okay. How's it going? There was a wasp outside, so we just had to come inside.
What it was.
Sorry about that. So, you were saying that as a psychiatric technician, you tend to see this type of issues, right?
Yeah.
So, when you have a minor in your car,
Yeah.
could it be possible that you could have gone to jail for that sort of negligence whenever it comes to opening your car when you're on the highway?
Whoa. If any injury happens to the kid, I'm responsible, yes. Like he's under my supervision, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like in any case, yes, obviously, like, what happens if, let's say your kid's on caseload, right?
Yeah. And
then you trust the person you sent the kid to, and something bad happens to your kid, right? So obviously, yes, you could get in trouble. I could have gone to jail, but the kid was in the back. He was in the seatbelt. You know, I was controlling him. When we were hitting the road, he seemed calm. But out of the nowhere, once we started pulling up, and he was like, "No, I want to stay in campus." I'm like, "Yo, like." That's when he tried opening the door, and
so even if he opens the door,
yeah,
while you're on the highway, he's on the back seat, and you already made sure his seatbelt's on, and something happens, are you still responsible for that kid?
Of course. I mean,
yeah.
Being honest, I would like to say no. But yes, it's under your supervision. When I go see clients, it clearly states in my mission statement or anywhere in my contract with my agency. Okay, when I have a juvenile and when I visit a juvenile, I'm under their supervision. So anything that happens to them, I have to respond. You know. Like,
by
juveniles.
What's the range for that age? Is it from like
8 to 18?
18, all the way till 18.
Yeah. Once they're 18 plus, I don't get to see them. Usually, unfortunately, a lot of them leave my case. They're out of my case.
So they decide to withdraw from your
Medicaid. So because I work with the mental health, they get funded through Medicaid. So my agency gets paid through Medicaid. So obviously, when you're 18 plus, they can receive the services.
Okay, but do you ever have certain teens, or let me just say minors? Do you ever have certain minors that say they do not want your assistance at all, and they want to withdraw from the program and just not see you ever again?
Yeah.
And how does that keep you up at night, or?
You know, there's always like, I do reflections almost constantly every day. You know, before waking up, I reflect on, what I need to do for the day. When I see the first kid, I review, like, oh, this is what I need to do before, this is what I need to teach them. I text the parent, what's the update? Did they have a bad week? Any incidents, And from there we go, what I need to do. After I'm done seeing that client, I reflect myself. I'm like, if I can curse, right? Balls deep into, like, reviewing my stuff. But when that happens, when I do see a kid doesn't want to do my service, like work with me, it's no biggie. You work as a professional, so you keep it professional. Your time is also valuable. If they don't want your time, you could give it to somebody else, and that's why that's why we're here. That's why
you gotta wish nothing but the best for you.
You gotta wish nothing but the best. That's what I always say.
So, you're about to graduate from the University of Houston, the downtown campus, in about one semester, right?
Yes.
So once that semester's over, do you see yourself continuing this path, or do you see yourself pursuing other endeavors?
Well, I love my job.
You love your job?
I love it. I love it. I think I have, like, it always, for every caseworker, social worker, it always just comes with the mindset, like what type of person you are, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I love what I do. Like, I don't feel it like a job. I do feel it a job when I have to do reports. That's when I actually feel it. But I love, interacting with the youth and sharing them knowledge. What I plan afterwards, work within my agency, go up the ladder. And also, like, I always keep it before, a little bit about me. I like having side hustles. Side hustles for me are necessary, because coming from an immigrant family, we never rely on one income. We always relied on two. So my mother, single mother, taught me never to work just one job, have another job.
Yes.
Or have something that you're good at, something that you could put your price on. So what I've been doing on the weekends, I've been studying how to invest into real estate, and also trying to get my real estate license. I'm working that at the moment, and I actually, thankfully, everything's going good, step by step, but we're making progress. So after graduation, continue with my agency, move up the ladder, weekends, work, as getting my real estate license and selling some properties, because foundation to wealth is
multiple streams of income.
Multiple streams of income.
Oh,
so,
man. It takes a lot of patience to be in that job. It sounds interesting, nevertheless, though. But well, thank you for talking to us about what's it like being a psychiatric technician and being able to work with kids from all sorts of backgrounds. Many of which we don't necessarily think are possible, because I know that there are some kids who grow up to see their parents' life just deteriorate, and it's just a nasty image to have in your head. So
yeah,
I'm still happy you're able to do what you do. You're able to make an impact on this kid's life, and overall, just keep up what you're doing, man. Just keep going with it, and hopefully, like, things get better for those kids.
It will.
Wish nothing but the best for them.
You always wish them.
And let's just keep doing this, man.
Yeah, man. You know it.
All right, man.
All right, thanks. All right.